We are taking your calls, 617-830-4750. They're coming fast and furious today, Lewis. I believe we already have someone else on.
We do. Who is this?
Hi, my name is Chao Huang.
Oh, could you say your name once more? I didn't catch it.
Chao Huang.
Chao Hong. Okay, very good. Pleasure to have you on.
Thanks. So I'm calling from New York City, and I wanted to talk about a few shows ago. You talked about books that were better than movies, or maybe it was the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have an objection to one of the things you said about Starship Troopers.
Okay, please.
I think the movie. Sorry.
No, go. I'm curious what it is. Go ahead.
Well, so I think the movie that you mentioned, you didn't really give it enough credit. It's actually, if you watch it again, it's actually a pretty brilliant piece of satire of a book that is just not particularly good. I actually think that the book is kind of garbage.
Really?
Yes. The book was written by so Robert Heinlein was kind of a typical Republican chicken hawk.
Yeah, he's kind of like a neocon type.
Yeah. He never actually went to war, but he was a big warmonger. He thought war was great. And he talks about like a country run by veterans as though it's such a great thing, even though most military regimes have been nothing better than juntas where they're basically kleptocracies, where the military was just kind of stealing everything and,
no doubt,
and ruining everybody's lives.
Yeah.
Whereas if you watch the movie, they really effectively parody fascism. They make fun of everything, all the themes that Robert Heinlein talks about, and because Paul Verhoeven, the director, had lived under Nazi occupation of the Netherlands, and I think you should just give it another try. That's
all right.
That's all I'm
well,
trying to recommend.
Chao Huang is making a pretty good point here, and I will have to review it. Now, just as a general principle, just because we don't like the identity of the author or maybe some of the messages in a book, it could still be very good writing, right? I mean, we agree on that at minimum.
Yeah, that's true. I thought the writing was okay. I don't know if I'd give it any more credit than it being just okay.
Have you read Stranger in a Strange Land by Heinlein?
No. Is it a long book?
It's incredibly long. Yeah, they actually have. It was long to begin with, and then they released what was the original version, which is even longer. I mean, I think it took me like 6 weeks to read it, but it is. I think it's pretty good. Hey, where in New York City are you calling from?
I'm calling from downtown Manhattan.
Downtown. Okay. Our old studio was 80 Broad Street, right near the Stock Exchange.
Oh, very cool.
Yep. All right. Well,
you guys are in Boston nowadays, right?
We're in Boston now. Yeah. Nowhere near the Stock Exchange anymore. But thank you so much for the call. I appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you for having me. All right.
All right.
Have a good one.
Lewis, we may have time for one or two more calls. Of course, we're taking them at number 617-830-4750. A wide variety of questions so far. Lewis is quite frankly shocked at the breadth and scope.
I'm going to have to agree with that last caller on the satirical nature of the movie, of Starship Troopers. And yes, while it's certainly not something that has or would have won any awards, there is that aspect to it.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the movie when I was quite young, and maybe I should sort of give it another shot or something like that, and reinterpret my original interpretation of how I interpreted the book relative to the movie or something like that. Okay, we have just a little bit of time left here, and we are taking calls, of course, at 617-830-4750. And Lewis, if you believe we've sort of come to the end of the phone call segment, then we can sort of wrap it up. I don't know what you believe we should do at this point.
We should wrap it up because nobody else is calling in. So that's where we have to draw the line.
We will draw the line there, and Lewis is mandating that I draw the line, so I will. So we will take a break. We have a great classic interview coming up next. We'll answer some audience questions at the end of the show, and it's Friday. I don't know what else to tell you.